Welcome to Moving the Needle, the podcast packed with digital marketing strategies crafted exclusively for med spas. If you're looking to draw in more patients, grow your revenue, and level up your business, you're in the right place. This show is your inside track to scaling smarter. Get ready to glow up and get your injection of med spa marketing strategies with your host, Chris Fink.
Welcome back to Moving the Needle, the show where med spa owners come back to get real answers about marketing, growth, and making every dollar count in your digital marketing strategies. Today is all about SEO pricing. You probably asked yourself, what should SEO actually cost for my med spa? And is it even worth it? And here's the thing, SEO is foundational. It's not just about rankings, it's about turning organic traffic into real bookings. But the problem is pricing is all over the place. $1,500 to $6,500. Some agencies won't even give you a number when you ask without going through this brutal process. So today I'm going to break it down. I'm going to tell you what SEO really includes, how each part of it will impact your budget, what you get at different price points, and how to spot red flags before you get burned. If that sounds interesting, then stay tuned. Okay, so part one of this, why SEO pricing seems confusing. Let's just start with this. SEO is not one service. It's not a thing. It's a system. It's made of things like content, technology, reviews, links, optimization, and more, on-page and off-page SEO. So if your agency just says, we'll do SEO without breaking it down, that's your first red flag. Real SEO includes multiple moving parts, and your pricing depends on how many of those levers you're pulling. So the core components of SEO with price ranges, I'll get into those. Let's break it down. Here's what you'll be paying for and what each piece typically costs. First thing, backlink profile and domain authority. It's a trust indicator, and it needs a strategy, and it needs to be executed properly. Just getting links randomly, willy-nilly is not necessarily helpful. If you get links from PBNs and really spammy sites with a ton of ads, that actually doesn't work in your favor, especially if they're not relevant. So the typical price range for a backlink campaign for a med spa is somewhere between $300 and $1,500 a month. That should include competitor audits, outreach to reputable sites, link placement, and content promotion. So high quality backlinks are going to cost somewhere between $270, $275 to $500 each. The next up is citation management and conquest. So a citation is an entry into a directory somewhere. And so there's all kinds of directories out there. If they don't have Google Business Profile, Facebook, Yelp, Yahoo, Yellow Pages, all of those are directories. And if you don't have the information exactly correct in every single one, then it loses impact. So if you just have 123 Main Street, STREET, versus 123 Main ST, you cut it in half. So cleaning up, monitoring those things, and a lot of these directory listings get created without talking to you. They just get scraped from a web source somewhere. So you need somebody to constantly manage and monitor that, and then do the audit, do the cleanup, distribute to 50 plus more directories, and then get a list of conquest listings to outrank your local competitors. And that should run you somewhere between $250 and $500 a month. Google Business Profile optimization is so important. I can't express this enough. And it should include weekly posts, image uploads, review response management or acknowledgement, like letting you know about those, monitoring, category, service, and product management. Those things all feed the map pack rankings. This should run you between $150 to $700 per month per location. So if you have multiple GBPs, Google Business Profiles, multiple locations, then it would be an extension of that. Content strategy and creation. Strategy is pretty important. Not just identifying keywords that have high search volume, but have the right audience intent and can lead to conversions and put people into the funnel. So you're going to want treatment pages, blog posts that are optimized for SEO, city landing pages, internal linking, and high quality content. And that should be somewhere between $400 and $800 per page. Most med spa practices are going to spend somewhere between $800 and $2,500 a month in content strategy and generation. Next up is review management and automations. So getting a review campaign in place that asking sometimes once in a while, trying to get your front desk to ask. And it seems like every practice that I work with, it can be so painful and inconsistency. And inconsistency is the worst. You can't systematize what you can't make consistent. So getting somebody to, in an automated sequence, to get this done where you have outreach happening automatically, monitoring dashboards and reporting and generating those reviews, really important, especially for local SEO. That should run you between $150 and $400 a month. On-site optimizations or on-page optimizations mean things like adjusting the title tags, the header tags, H1s, H2s, keyword density, the meta tags, the schema markup. Schema is going to be really important in the next 18 months as we move into 26 and LLMs and AEO. So listen for schema. And on-site optimizations, you should be spending somewhere between $400 and $1,000 a month for that on average. Applying some user UX recommendations as well. Technical SEO and core web vitals, also very important, definitely part of the ranking system with Google. Page speed fixes, crawl errors, HTTPS, the schema, the backend cleanup, indexing and mobile optimization, all elements of technical and core web vitals. Most practices are going to fall between $300 and $1,200 a month for this. It's really going to depend on what the status of your site is. Conversion rate optimization, CRO. This can mean A/B testing, can be form and call to action optimizations, exit intent pop-ups, funnel analytics. CRO can actually double your bookings from the same amount of traffic. So, and that usually is going to run somewhere between $250 and $800 a month. Now, the next up, and this is coming further, is answer engine optimization. AEO, this is for ranking in the tools, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, Anthropic, etc. To show up in those, there's some elements there that are being revealed to have an impact, and that could be the featured snippet structuring, the schema markup, FAQs, the voice search optimization, all the AI-driven content formats that they're thinking about, like the Google Search Generative Experience, etc. You're going to want to invest in that moving forward, and that's probably going to run somewhere between $300 and $1,500 a month in most cases. So what are some different budgets that actually get you in, and how much would they be? So here's what you can expect at some different price points. If you were to engage with the partner in spending roughly, say, $2,200 a month, $2,200 to $2,500 a month, you're going to get a pretty basic package. It will include your Google Business Profile updates, or it should. Citation cleanup, maybe a couple content pieces. It's really good for low competition areas and maintenance. You don't necessarily need the full court press on that. Now, at $3,500 a month for SEO, you've got a pretty balanced plan. You've got your backlinks, you're building your domain authority, you've got consistent content generation, you have on-site and technical SEO, and conversion rate optimization. So this is a really nicely balanced plan. Typically, it's going to be great for single location med spas in competitive areas. And again, this isn't necessarily just our package, but this represents what you should expect on average. Now, if you went a little heavier and you went to like $6,500 a month in SEO, that would be pretty full service SEO. You should have just about everything: full content, cluster and pillar models with content generation, multi-location strategy, answer engine optimization, conversion rate optimization, technical fixes. This is really perfect for like multi-location practices or practices in really high competition areas, metro areas like LA or Miami, New York City. So some things to think about there. When you should spend more versus when you should keep it lean. Invest more in SEO when you're in a competitive urban market, you're launching a new location, you're offering high ticket services like HRT, your map pack visibility is weak, or you want to reduce PPC spend over time. You can keep it lean if you dominate in a low competition market. You're maintaining already strong rankings and you're focusing on one to two core elements. Keep it lean. So, some red flags to watch out for: agencies that present you with one size fits all packages. There's no mentions of backlinks or content. If there's no progress reporting and they can't explain what they're doing or why, red flag. If they can't explain it simply, then you can't really expect them to understand it deeply. So, some FAQs you might ask are like, what's included in your SEO plans? How long until I see results? And for us, in SEO, typically, every plan that we do is customized, but typically it contains a mix of content, link building, Google Business Profile optimizations, on-site fixes, reviews, and CRO. And results usually start seeing initial traction happens in 2 to 3 months. You start seeing notable results somewhere months 7 through 9. And that's when the momentum starts to compound. Now, if you want a no BS breakdown of SEO costs for your med spa, you're spending money on SEO, you're not seeing results, you're thinking about starting or you're unsure what to pay for, let's talk. Just reach out and you can schedule a discovery call. The link will be there in the show notes. And just, touch base. Let's get a call. We'll audit your site, assess your market, give you a realistic, honest roadmap. No fluff, no guesswork, no high pressure. You don't always need more SEO. What you need is the right SEO strategy that turns traffic into patients. If you found this helpful, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and help continue to let us be part of the conversation and be part of the solution for helping med spas grow. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next episode.